Welcome everyone to Gutterball Frame 50. We're coming at you live in person the first time. Oh!
We knew it was going to be a special one.
This is going to be written in the history books, gentlemen. We told you, of course, gentlemen, no women watches. We told you we'd come in with something hot and special for the Frame 50, so we had to come in, in person and get some good energy in here. We're feeling good. I went down to Paul's house, we're going to see some concerts. We're chilling. It's a good time. We had a little bit technical difficulties, but
setting up, for the first time. It just takes a few test recordings. We need to get a real camera. It's a fucking webcam, but we're making it work. Paul's crummy ass apartment on the casting couch here is where we're coming live from Minneapolis. It's a beautiful day. It's like 80 degrees out. It's fucking blazing.
Nice. Yep.
I'm wearing full black as usual. But yeah, what's new with you, Jack? How's your time been down here so far? What's going on?
It's been great. Repping the sesh shirt. Excuse me, I can't talk now. We went to a couple concerts. That's why we're down here. We're going to the Black Dahlia tonight. A solid death metal show. But we just saw Bones last night at the Fillmore in Minneapolis, and it was a good concert. It wasn't anything super special for three guys. I think an hour and a half is a little short to play. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah. Especially when we don't have any opening acts really, other than just a DJ or something.
Yeah. Mind you, it was very disrespectful when people were booing Drew the Architect. And
when people boo the DJ. Yeah. It's almost like they should just not do the show. Like, all right, we're leaving.
Dude, if I was that artist, I'm surprised Bones didn't just leave. But to be fair, I'm going to be real. Drew the Architect wasn't cutting it. I wasn't vibing to his music, but I didn't boo him. Who boos a person? You don't boo somebody. That's horrible. You are a horrible person if you boo somebody. But
yeah, that's totally it. And also too, we do actually technically have a third person right now. We don't have a Jamie like Joe Rogan, but we have a James.
It's better.
Okay? We do have a James. He's in the stew right now. He's making sure sound levels are good. He's got the recording cooking. Like right now. Hey James, when was Cheerios invented? I need to know when Cheerios was invented. He's gonna work on that for a second here. We'll find out when Cheerios were invented.
We don't need no Jamie that's 8 years old. We need a James, a man, a grown up.
1941. Heard it here, folks. Oh my God, they got a James, right? Crazy. Well, what should we jump into, Jack? Is there anything on your mind, Jocelyn?
Yeah, I still want to swap back to that concert real quick. I'm sorry, but I got to talk about the crowd. I wasn't vibing, man.
There's a lot of young kids.
A lot of young kids, a lot of drunk young kids. So I don't know who's giving them drinks, but no, it was kind of a rough crowd. Went pretty hard, but kind of just no crowd etiquette. In my opinion, I don't know, just stuff like that was kind of annoying. Like, I don't know, like people pushing their beer in the back of me when we're not moshing. Like, why are you touching me? We're not even jumping or doing anything right now.
Yeah. But
then I had the reverse where I would jump and move, and people would be pissed that I was jumping and moving around them, but I'm in the middle of like.
Yeah, compared to the Puya show, which was at the same Fillmore venue here in Minneapolis, we saw like a month or two ago. I don't know how long it was now, but. That crowd was way more chillax. There were mosh pits. They weren't that big though. These people were just straight up rude, like shoving each other for no reason. Even Bones was like, chill out.
Right. Yeah.
He kept telling them to stop.
When Bones tells you to chill out for a minute, you probably should chill out for a second.
That's concerts for you. I mean, people want to have a good time, wild, whatever. I didn't drink at all. I just kind of hung out.
I was pretty sober for the entire concert, and I think I right now I'm moshed out. Like, we're going to a concert tonight. I don't have any needs of that.
Black Dahlia murder.
I just want to go see the Black Dahlia. It's the Black Dahlia Remnants tour after Trevor Strand unfortunately committed suicide.
Was the lead singer
a couple years ago. Was the lead singer, correct? So the founding member, there's two of them, Trevor and Brian Eschbach, I believe. They founded that. Hey, James, when did they find the Black Dahlia murder? When did they come out?
Yeah, when did that band start?
I think 06, 05, maybe a little later than that, but. The Black Dahlia murder, yeah. Really good band, but the other founder took over the lead vocal, so I think if anyone, he's gonna do the best job of it. Who was formerly the bassist, so they think they got someone else.
Oh, so they just got like
another bassist.
Oh, okay. That
I believe
that makes sense.
Okay.
Not the actual Black Dahlia murder in 1947. It was a serial killer. Just look up Black Dahlia murder band. I don't know, formed.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's
all right, James.
Yeah.
It's his first day on the job, and it's our first time doing it in person.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing a great job. He's better. He's in the stew.
He's better than a loser, Jamie. The Black Dahlia murders is disturbing work. If you haven't seen that, don't even look it up because it's fucked up. Pretty much they found, I think, just the lower half of her torso, which was surgically cut in half, and just that's all shit that they found of her was that. But it was surgically precisely cut in half. And they're like,
Good
what the
lord.
fuck? It's fucked up. Yeah, I think they found her head as well, but it was not a good sight. Very fucked up.
What do you got for me, James?
They were founded in 2001.
Founded in 2001.
2001.
That's damn. They've been around a minute then.
Yeah.
Over 20 years then.
Well, yeah, and I think they're one of the slowly fastest climbing death metal bands of all time. Especially right behind Cannibal Corpse, even like
those
more
bands
notable.
always have a really slow climb.
Oh, it's so hard. Well,
it's such a saturated market, metal, heavier metal like that in general.
Well, yeah, it's saturated, and no one is such a minute population likes it. Not a lot of people like it. I think what cuts it off is a lot of foreigners don't like it because, again, you got to think people in other countries listen to music all day. South Americans don't like that shit. Norway, they like that shit, but that's about it. In
Sweden
America.
and Norway and like those, that upper area, like fucking European countries have always had like a crazy metal scene. I mean, there's literally Scandinavian metal, like that's a genre.
Kid shows,
Viking metal stuff. Yeah.
Well, in Germany, in Russia, Cannibal Corpse's first 3 albums were illegal to play live. And,
wow.
Yeah, and now I think in like 2014, they're like, yeah, you can play.
Is it due to the lyrics or just
yeah?
the
Because I think the 3 titled are Eden Back to Life, Tomb of the Mutilated, and James, what are the first 3 Cannibal Corpse albums? Can you find that out for me?
Yeah,
I know one is it's definitely Tomb of the Mutilated and Butchered at Birth. I think it's Butchered at Birth and Eaten Back to Life, which are all the subject matters.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of our listeners are huge metalheads,
yeah,
but
so
just
like
bear with us here,
yeah.
But if you want to get into metal, good band to start with. Honestly, a lot of people that want to get into metal or start listening to different music, I literally tell them to probably start with stuff that isn't as heavy. Because for me, when I was younger, I really wasn't into that super heavy stuff. I really wasn't. But then as I got older, I got into my teens, I was like, okay, I mess with this. And it kind of helped that our brother, Sam, was like one of the lead vocalists of a local metal band called 29 Dead in a Baghdad Cafe. It'd be really cool to have him on and talk about his time in the, yeah, I'm sure they're all fans. Yeah. 29 Dead, Duluth band, Duluth, Minnesota. But, yeah.
James, hit us with that. Was I right?
We got in 1999 they released Bloodthirst first. Then
1999 Bloodthirst. Okay.
2000 Live Cannibalism.
2000 Live Cannibalism.
2002 Gore Obsessed.
Okay,
Gore
those are like
2002.
live albums. Yeah, I don't know.
It's also kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
that
it's hard to
because
find. I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
But yeah,
I know my Cannibal Corpse. All
Okay.
right. So fuck off, everyone.
I know my
else.
Carnifex. I don't know my those are like, I mean, again, we just found out 2001 Black Dahlia Murder, Cannibal Corpse, and like what was the other one? Whitechapel. They were really early too.
Yeah. Whitechapel's okay. Death metal for babies. If you're a little 8-year-old baby.
That lead singer of Whitechapel, those got
good.
some crazy deep.
He's good.
Deep screams. Like I was just like, Jesus Christ, the dude sounds like he has like a voice modulator or something. Like he's Batman.
He's
Batman
got
versus Superman.
that, but I think what Trevor Strand and George Cork's trying to hold over him is the longevity of the performances. I don't know if you've and the Black Dahlia has a song about Black Dahlia murder, and it's called "In Hell Is Where She Waits for Me." And he just sings for 5 minutes straight and doesn't stop, but it's screaming and it's awesome.
That's crazy.
It's really, really good. Yeah, but I don't know. Not off the metal talk. Y'all don't like that shit. Paul, this thing is gross, and have you seen it? I'm sure you guys have. The Burger King Spider-Man Multiverse Burger.
That thing's disgusting. It's
color,
red.
Yeah, it's red and colored, and it's disgusting. It looks like the Krusty Krab burger they look at. It's like all realistic and it's rotten.
It's all rotten.
Yeah.
The one that got someone sick. Like the guy eats it and he's sick.
Yeah, Paul over here tells me he ate the burger and chicken where they put a burger patty and put a chicken breast on top of it.
Yeah.
And he thought he wouldn't get sick. Like, what the
Dude, I should have got... So, I don't go to fast food nearly anymore, ever. But I was into fast food a lot in my later teen years. And I went to Burger King, and for Halloween, I think it was, they had a bun that was like dark green, and it was called like the Frankenstein burger or something fucking weird. And it had a beef patty, but then also a chicken fillet, like they put on their chicken sandwiches on it, and then like all these other toppings. And dude, I ate that, and I got about halfway through it, and I'm like, dude, not only is it green, it looks like vomit. I think I straight up vomited the next day or something from it. It was so nasty. Like that chicken and beef mix wasn't good.
It's not that because it's. You wonder why you don't get anywhere else because it's disgusting and you shouldn't do that.
You wonder why they didn't bring it back or keep it a staple item. And now they got a fucking red burger for Spider-Man. What's on? Is this a regular burger with a red bun?
No, I think it has just a bunch of other stuff on it. I'm not even sure, but it just looks disgusting. And you get a toy. I don't even know what to give you a toy with that, but I'm not eating that thing because it looks vile, and you couldn't pay me to take a bite of that.
Yeah, you guys will be getting some, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put it at the end of the cast and also as a separate video, but you guys are going to get some interesting action coming up here. To give you a little hint, my left arm is hurting, so I ain't going to be able to throw it as hard. I will say that, or even throw it at all. I tweaked my wrist. Actually, today, let's talk about Rumble. We did go to boxing earlier.
Oh, yeah,
today.
we totally did.
So they checked out the routine I've been doing. And
yeah, I checked out Paul's white girl gym, boxing gym. And it was a good environment, a killer workout, and those, I guess, if you watch over the cast, Paul's been getting really in shape, and now I went there and I'm like, oh, this is why. But yeah, I could list off several complaints I had with the place. I'm not gonna.
Let's list it off. I want to hear it.
Okay, all right.
Why don't you like it?
I would never get a subscription there because the price is absurd. But again,
is.
you are living in Minneapolis, so I can't even say
right next to my work.
It's very right next to your work. For how dark it is in there is kind of fucked up. It was just very dark in there. I didn't feel like I was getting proper form or really moving. And I get that they do that for newcomers, but I don't know, man. Just have the balls to go to the fucking gym. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're fat. Nobody cares, man. Get over yourself. Second thing is the bags are way too low.
You're also tall.
I am tall, but I feel like I'm average. I'm average height for a man. So
6 foot.
James and 6 foot. I'm like 5'11". I'm like
Oh.
6 foot. James and Paul are about the same height, honestly, right? Yeah. So they had fine with the bags. I'm not a fan of those rubber bags for the whole time, but they're okay though. I do. I like to just be able to. I don't know. I like a little more resistance and a little more like options to hit lower.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a good gym. Really good workout.
I know you didn't like the gloves.
No, the gloves suck. They're actually absolute garbage, and apparently you can't wear your own gloves. And I'll say it. I don't care. I don't care if they see it.
The thing is, you're not supposed to wear your own gloves. However, I've seen people bring their own and not. I don't think gotten in trouble. And it's just like I paid for those ones. It's like what? Okay, so it's like if I own a pair of Rumble gloves, can I just wear a different pair? Like I own a pair. I'm a member. I've been here a bunch.
Yeah.
Can I just wear my own pair of gloves? Because they allow you to wear whatever wraps you want, and it's just like,
well, yeah, of course you're not touching. I mean, I think they would have gotten mad if I started shadow boxing or bare knuckle on the bags, honestly. But I love to do that stuff. I don't understand the glove thing because Zach never had a problem with it, but I guess maybe for germ's sake, like that's what they're trying to do. But I'm not.
I think it's got to be like. Rumble corporate or whoever owns it says you can only use these gloves on these bags because they're known to not tear the bags. Like if you went bare knuckle, they'd be, but you can't tear that bag. Like you're not gonna rip that. Like
No,
I don't know.
no.
Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. And I know you said a lot of cons about the place. I want to just say some pros.
Okay.
It's really gotten me more confident to actually work out because I do like the darkness. Yes, my form probably isn't great, but I'm not there to really technically box. I'm there for a cardio workout and just getting in shape on the floor side, lifting weights and doing body weight exercises.
I mean, which is kind of realizing making my stance more cynical because it is at the end of the day more of a fitness thing and not a boxer oriented. I'm just thinking in terms of because my gym was so small and it was just so hands on. So I guess I got to look at it the bigger picture.
And you also have an actual boxer training you.
Yeah, right. Well, that girl looked like she knew the box.
Well, Julia knows how to box. She's a very good boxer. I was going to show you a video of her hitting the bag. She's scary. She has really good footwork. Markevius, I think, used to box like Golden Glove stuff. Same with Charlie. He's another trainer. Okay. Charlie only does it like once a week. Markevius like once or twice a week. Like for training there. But again, there isn't the.
That's great. That's just great. It's not like we worked, 45 minutes to put it up. I'm just kidding.
We used duct tape. We fucked up. Okay,
fucked up,
we'll just deal with it. You can see that.
You want to put holes in the wall, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to see some cool fucking paintings. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Just let it fall. Just let it hang. It's part of the show. It's supposed to be very low budget.
This is professional. This is how it's supposed to be. You every time, man. I'm just kidding. No, I don't give a fuck.
Every time, Paul, you fuck it up every time. I just wanted the tapestry to hang up. You couldn't even get it to fucking hang up. Use a nail next time, dummy. You fucking idiot.
Put a hole in your wall. Drywall. Putty. Oh, that's hard. That's real hard.
Oh, it's so hard. I can't get it to hang up. I don't got double-sided tape. Oh,
fucking retarded.
Oh, God. This is my fat cat.
Yeah, I guess she's
Dynamo
the whole time. She bit me the second I came in here.
She's really mean. She really only likes me. To be real with you, she's a good cat though. She's fat.
You should have heard that cat land from the chair to the floor. It sounded like a goddamn earthquake. I swear to God, it shook the whole building.
You can't really tell, but she is quite the massive chunk. But
She's
she's
a
a cutie
conqueror.
little, black cat. I've had her. She's
She-
about 6'7" now.
She'll hang out here. I don't know. Maybe the dog will pop in sometime.
Yeah, Dexter's sleeping on the bed right
that
now.
reminds me. I was gonna do that last cast. I was gonna bring Norman on because they haven't seen Norman. Next cast we'll get Norman because they haven't seen
The
him.
parents'
It's
dog.
gonna fall more. Yeah, parents' dog. Yeah, maybe they'll get to see that cool ass soul box there. I think it's gnarly. But we were talking about Rumble. What are your pros again? Did you finish your pros?
No, I actually didn't.
Okay.
But thank you for getting back to
No,
that
I
before
got
we
you,
get
I got
into
you.
the fat cat action.
Yeah,
here.
right,
But yeah. So other than that, like it's a good place to just like get comfortable in a gym, just like getting comfortable with yourself. I've already lost like a decent chunk of amount of
For
weight
sure.
doing a maintenance, and also on top you have to diet. Like
Mhm.
people that work out and just eat whatever they want, that's cool. If it works for you, awesome. Me, dude, my metabolism doesn't like it. Like I
Mhm.
mean, like I went and ate a burger last night. Now I'm fucked for 4 days. I'm not gonna be back to where I was, but that's just what it is.
Is that like? And what do you mean by back? Does that mean weight or does that mean you're sluggish?
It's just weight.
Weight.
It's just weight, but
Is it
again,
wa-
a number
okay.
doesn't matter because it goes down anyways.
Mhm.
So like, I don't really.
Are
I'm
you
still very new
cutting
at it.
water weight often? Do you
Maybe
think-
that's what it is.
I
don't
think if you
know.
cut water weight, you'd feel better. If you just started doing
Yeah.
some extreme cardio, but
Well, I also got to drink a lot of water.
to
with
cut
my
it off.
health
Yeah, no, that's
stuff,
what I
but-
do. Is I drink a shit ton
Yeah,
of water.
yeah. So I just drink a lot. I mean, I'm also not training to fight. I'm not training to do anything. I'm not
Right.
actually trying to technically
Mhm.
box. So it's just like it's just getting in shape. It's what it is. I'm feeling
Fair,
good.
fair.
Another pro of the place is it's very beginner friendly.
Absolutely.
I've never
Mhm.
had a problem with anybody at Rumble
No.
Boxing, any gym. No one's saying like you suck, this, that.
Nope,
Someone's
absolutely
saying.
not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I literally tell the trainers, please, like, I want you to like correct me on my form.
Mhm.
Like, I want you to come up and be like, that's wrong. Do it this way
Mhm.
because I want to do it right.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt my back. I don't want to hurt my knees, even
Yeah.
if it's stuff on the floor, even if it's like doing something on the bag. Teach me, tell
Absolutely,
me.
yeah.
I want to, I want to know that. Whereas, like, I'm sure you get a lot more of that at your Jungle Boy
Yeah,
gym.
I
than-
can go into that.
right?
Yeah.
And then yes, the pricing is expensive, but you look at any hybrid style gym like that where it's like kind of half CrossFit, half something else, where they got like Barry's, which is like another one, and then like Farrell's are all these like hyper intensity training gyms that have like a bunch of different stuff worked into a class. Down here in the city, they're all about $100 to $200 a month if you're going. But you think about it this way: if I'm going 3 days a week, like I was right now, I'm going every day. If you go 3 days a week, that's about between 12 and 15 classes a month, depending on where you land. You're talking like $11 or $12 a class at that point, which really
Isn't so bad.
Isn't horrible.
No, it's
Isn't
not
horrible.
horrible. It's not horrible at all. Yeah. So that it is expensive though because I can go up north and get a $50 24/7 access, but it is what it is.
Well, you have to drive yourself though. That's the
That's
pros
true.
to get to this place. You have somebody that's leading you, telling you what
Yeah.
to do.
Well, no, if I go to classes, I can.
Oh,
yeah,
you can.
24/7. Obviously, it's not gonna be class all day.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's classes
How
every
often
single day.
does he do?
Every single day, because there's like about 4 trainers there
Are they
now.
only at one time, or they have
No, they're
multiple
all
times?
throughout the day. It was all the entire day from 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. There's classes because they have night classes, cardio, a whole day. They have a kids class, so if your kid want to box, Zach is really good with them. Those kids are fucking rowdy. Some of those kids there, dude. There's like a 10-year-old dude, and I kind of watched him for 2 years, just get better and better, and now he's like sparring and shit. That kid could go somewhere because my mind, you can't be a professional athlete once you turn 18 and not done it at that point. You know what I mean? Just starting. It's very rare you can do it, but you ain't that guy,
I mean,
Chief.
yeah, I am not that guy. Deontay Wilder, heavyweight.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like if Tyson Fury didn't exist in heavyweight boxing, Deontay Wilder would be the champion right now.
Mhm.
He's only really lost to Tyson Fury. I think maybe one other person. I
Yeah.
don't know, but he started at 20. It was something like really late
Yeah,
boxing,
that is
and then
super late.
he's like one of the best in the world. But it's because he has that natural gift of power, dude.
Yeah.
That I think it's his right hand. You get hit with anybody gets hit with. I mean, he knocked Tyson down like once
Well,
or twice throughout all their fights. You know,
It's not even natural as much as it is. He
Usually
probably
knocks him
has
out.
fight smarts because
People out.
he's just smart in person in general. I assume.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to read like punches and shit and learn and form and all that. And I think it comes down to a lot of like how much he wanted it and that fighter mentality. You got to be pissed. But
you got to be pissed, but you got to be calm and controlled. Because I mean, Boss Rutan, one of the original UFC fighters, I watch some of his YouTube videos sometimes, and he's basically just like the calm fighter is majority of the time always gonna win.
Mhm.
Just because under pressure they don't crack and start doing wild shit that leaves them open for shots to get caught, whether that be in any
Right, no.
combat sport.
That's kind of what like Bruce Lee said. Even he said, the man who just sits in a room full of people talking and just listens, that is most dangerous man in the room.
Yep.
Because he is reading everything that you're not, and it's like that's it's true, and it's just
You got to be able to listen.
Yeah.
You also got to be able to talk too. I
Mhm.
think a little bit, but
No, for sure. I humble fighters always better, but then again, you get those loud, rowdy ones like McGregor, and they work. They sometimes work. Don't get me wrong. You could do. There's all types of fighters, man, but how'd that work out for him? How's your leg, Connor? How's that going?
It's going towards the end. Everyone's saying his career's on the downturn. It definitely is. I mean,
How could it not be?
Yeah, he's coming back fighting Chandler. I mean, we'll get into that at some other point, but
I don't even know, dude. How do you even say that as a dude who's a millionaire? Oh, his career's on a downturn. Man, he can get his dick sucked anytime he wants. You can't, dude. Like, he has millions, bro. Think about that. Like, he ain't on a
super
downturn.
yacht.
He's
Yeah,
just,
man.
yeah, he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Like,
Yeah.
he got the end of the sick. What? He's got a fucking robot leg. That's all. He got the fucking robot leg. That's awesome. It's Terminator 2 when he kicks you. It goes right through you. He got the fucking long end of that stick. So I have fucking boo-hoo. His career's over. Cry me a fucking river.
Yeah,
Connor.
he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's set, but then that's why a lot of people say he's just not really going to come back, right?
Why would you?
Because
Yeah.
why? What do they say? It's hard to be a savage when you wake up in silk sheets. Like,
Yeah,
it's kind
no,
of
yeah, that one guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, these guys ain't savages putting on makeup, whoever. They
Kevin
say.
Holland,
Kevin
yeah,
Holland.
yeah. He's like, you guys think these guys are badass? They're back here putting on makeup for the cameras,
Yeah.
you know. But anyways, before we jump into my fat cat back here sleeping, I wanted to pay tribute to my good friend Ryan, who passed away it might have been like almost 3 years ago now. So rest in peace, Ryan. Good friend of mine. I met him later in life when I was just getting out of high school. We worked in the movie theater together. I probably talked to him about him on the cast before, but this is this little shadow box we had made. Just because I wanted, obviously I'm not his parents. I don't have like his ashes or, whatever, but I wanted like something, like I'm always going to remember him. I have a photo hanging around. Yeah. Good friend. So I got a photo of him in there, a little keychain from the movie theater he worked at. He loved Miller High Life, so got to have a can of that in there. And then that was actually one of the last packs of cigs he smoked, Marb Reds. He left it in my car. Miss that guy.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Ryan. We miss you. Fuck, if he was here today, he would love to be on the show.
Yeah, he would. I had the great pleasure of working under Ryan for about 2 years. We'd worked probably every weekend for 2 years. And he gets to know, dude, and he treated me just like a friend. As soon as he knew I was your brother, I was the kid that was in the manager's office with the manager chilling.
Yeah.
We go and smoke cigarettes. I'll never forget him calling me. Happened many times. This is a phone call. Yo, what's up, Ryan? How's it going? Mother's milk coming early. You can clock in and chill. All right, man. Sounds good. I'll be there. That's a phone call, and it would happen most of the time. You just say that, and it'd be.
What was Mother's Milk?
Oh, my vape. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, that was so bad. You guys are like, what? Is he gonna suck his dick or something? Holy shit. No, yeah. Mother's milk is what he referred to as my vape at that time.
You wanted a nicotine hit.
Yeah, and he didn't want to buy it. You didn't want to know anyone to add nicotine. But he would call me every once in a while, come into work early, and he'd just hang out. And he was a really cool guy. You got to know him not as long as you and as personal, but still a fucking very cool person. And he would love to come on the cast. Could I highlight a couple things in this box that I really like? Get the Marb Reds.
Like MF Doom.
Miller High, MF Doom, little Marcus keychain. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about this, so I didn't.
No, it's fine.
Say anything
No, it's
about
good.
it. But yeah, it's sick. Very
And
cool box.
I think honestly this is a sign, right? He wanted to be on the show. He made the tapestry fall.
He did. He is in the
kind of
show,
presented
technically,
himself. Yeah, he's in the
I like to
show.
think he's all around.
Hey James, he's in the frame, isn't he?
The Miller Lite can, MF Doom are at the very top of the frame. You can't see them.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
see the
that's okay.
top.
Well,
Well,
there's-
that's okay.
that's
He's
alright.
somewhat in the frame, gentlemen.
Maybe he didn't want to be on camera anyway.
Ladies and
so,
gentlemen.
that's alright.
But anyways, yeah, rest in peace, Ryan. But yeah, this is Dynamo. She's a good cat. My dad basically conditioned her to
Oh
be
yeah,
fat,
shit.
dude.
Okay, so
growing up,
we got to break down my dad's history with pets. First of all, did you even explain how you hid this cat from them for 2 years? Did you talk about that on the cast? Go into that because
I'll
that's a
explain
good
it.
preface.
Yeah, so my parents never really liked cats. They were always a dog family. I love all animals, and I will say this about our dad too: no matter the animal, they always love them. Like, it's like they just know.
Yeah.
Like they just come up and they're like, "This guy's chill." Like
Yeah.
my
It's
mom would
weird.
always get a family dog, expecting the dog to be her dog,
Yeah.
and it ends up just loving my dad. Well, we'll get into why, but
Yeah.
no. So Dynamo, I had the basement room at my parents', which is a little more secluded, separate entrance. You'd go into the bottom of the house. It was chill. It wasn't a finished basement. It was kind of a shitty room, but it was a teenage kid's room. Yeah, I wanted a cat, so I got Dynamo. I went and picked her up from a farm in Forest Lake, brought her back. She was a little kitten. I actually went there to get her brother, but he was really mean. And when she was a kitten, she was very sweet. As she got older, she's kind of mean. But she loves me. And I hid her in the basement room with the litter box in there and everything for like literally months. And then like when she got to be like adolescent, teenage cat, like about this big, she started wanting to like get out of the room, like adventure.
Mhm.
So I'd let her out in the basement sometimes when mom and dad weren't home. But then eventually, like one time I opened the door and I was talking to my dad and she like ran across. He's like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And he thought he knew he saw something.
Mhm.
Didn't say anything to my mom.
Well, yeah, it's a big black thing running in your house. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, yeah, she wasn't that big. She was
Yeah.
tiny, but yeah. And then, yeah, I just spilled the beans. They're like, "Do you have an animal?" And I'm like, "Yes, I have a cat." And they're like, "You need to get rid of it." And they never really made me get rid of her because after that, I started letting her upstairs,
Mhm.
and they liked her.
They like, dude.
My mom says she doesn't like her. I think she likes her.
I think, dude, you can't not love an animal like when it's around you. Like you just kind of love it. Like you have to be a really sick person to just hate an animal around you 24/7. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it would get to the point where Dynamo would have a rivalry with with our other dog Lacey
our
because
childhood dog.
one would get love, the other wouldn't, and they'd be jealous. Trust me, they're
Yeah.
jealous fucking animals, dude. And my dad hated that cat, just refused it. And then maybe a week goes by, Dynamo ends up sleeping on his lap with Lacey, and it's just But our history with their dad with the dogs is it's pretty much, oh, I'm gonna give you whatever you want, and that's just gonna
Oh,
be
you
how
want a
it be.
piece of this bacon?
Yeah.
Like whatever he's
Oh,
eating?
my ice cream's done. Well, you can lick the bowl.
That's
That
horrible.
always does that all the time, every time with Norman. But he conditioned that cat because my dog's ruined from him. He will feed them treats over and over again when they ask for it, when they beg and bark, and then they get conditioned to, oh, if I bark and scream, I get treats. So that little fucker's meowing all day. Apparently, I can hear her, and she just wants treats. Their dad ruined her. Ruins animals real quick.
Yeah.
All things are like a week of solid treats.
Yeah, and yeah, basically like every day before. So I was in the basement, and every day because I'd leave my door cracked so the
Yeah.
cat could go wander in the basement
Yep.
at night, and every day before my dad would get up really early for work, like 5:36, even earlier than that, and he would shake the he'd always give the dog a treat before he left after he let the dog out, and then he would start shaking cat treats, and so my cat would know. She'd slink out of my
Yeah.
room, go up to the steps, and meow at the door around that time, and
Yep.
he'd open it and give her treats, and then she'd run back down.
Yep.
And he did that every single day.
My-
And this is why I think I have problems with her raccooning
Yeah.
through my garbage. Like, dude, she had such a problem when I was living with Ricky and Henriette. I used to eat a lot of fast food, order out a lot when I was like, in the later teenage years, like 18, 19, just started becoming an adult. And I would order Domino's chicken wings because I thought they were good because I was a fat little boy. And she would fucking destroy. I would come out to the garbage can flipped over, destroyed. She tore through the box to get the chicken bones.
She's looking right at you.
She heard Domino's
knows.
chicken wings.
Yeah,
she
she knows. Yeah, but mind you, my dad will give so when he goes to work, get treat. When he comes home, treat. When he eats, treat. When he drinks, treat. And mind you, it's not one or two treats. It's probably like a good amount, like I don't know, 8 or 12. Dude, I had a bag of pepperonis, dude, and I was concerned. I bought it because I buy Norman treats. I buy him my own treats. I'm like, Dad, I give him these treats because you'll give him too many. I leave the pepperonis in the cupboard downstairs. You just keep in my room. I come back like 2 days later, the entire bag's gone, and I'm like, how many do you give him a day? I don't know, like 8. I'm like, what the fuck? And this dog, mind you, skinny. I'm like, this dog's gonna be fucking what's that word for patriarch, or what's that word for old people that are dying? What do you say? It's gonna be the hospice care. That's what it's gonna
Hospice.
be.
Yeah. That's
What was I
what's
looking
that? What's
for?
that name for old people that are dying?
Yeah. What is that name? Hey, Jamie, pull up that old picture dying.
Let's talk about
Old
that.
people dying.
Hospice. What does that mean? James, what does hospice mean?
It means when
what's the
you're-
definition of
it's-
hospice?
It's the place.
It's like hospice.
It's the place where they send you when you know you're gonna die, like you're dead, like that's it. You're nailing the coffin, bro. Give you some morphine, you go. Dexter comes in there. and
Yeah,
gives you
James,
some
hit me
coffin.
with it. You got it?
It is just.
What I said.
What you said?
It's not necessarily an acronym or anything. It's just it focuses on the care, comfort, and quality of life of a person with serious illness who is approaching the end of their life.
Okay. So it's like focus on the care, comfort, and quality of life of someone who's towards the end of their life. So yeah, basically you're on death's row.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah, they don't want to.
I wonder why it's called hospice.
I don't
It's
know.
just called death row.
There's probably it's not
It's
death
just
row. There's probably some history.
Yeah, you're heading to the
behind
death
that.
row wing. What does that mean? Well, you're dying. We're gonna make sure you're doing well though. We
I
ain't
don't-
gonna kill you.
I don't know the suffix of those words like hosp and
spice?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ice spice. Could we get ice spice on the cast?
What is it derived from, James?
From Latin hospitum, meaning hospitality or place of rest and protection for the ill and weary.
Look at that. It's a Latin. Everything comes back to Latin. I don't know why. What's up with those Romans? I'm not a huge fan. Scale on the top of it.
Yeah. Can we talk about how all cars are fucking junk?
Yeah, and we could do that.
Like, don't get me wrong, there are better ones out there. You know, like.
I want to listen to you. Can I hit that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. Toyota, Honda, obviously, as most people know, majority of their cars are reliable. As you know, not every brand is perfect. They have their bad models, bad model years, whatever. There's a problem, bad design flaw, whatever. What I'm saying is just in general, cars are fucking junk. I strongly believe in the late 90s and then kind of like the early 2010s, some things across most models, those were like some of the most reliable cars ever made from some manufacturers, not all. Like Honda Civic, Honda Accord, those are just like last forever. And don't get me wrong, everyone's like, well, new technology, new stuff lasts forever. Yeah, I don't need a fucking sensor in my seat to tell me my buckle's undone. You know, like all these other electrical shit they add is just something to break. You know what? If I could go right now and buy like a 99 Civic or somewhere around there, like a 92 Civic, but new, like all the same stuff, like but manual windows, not all this electronic shit. You know, whatever.
Why can't you? I always wonder that. Why can't you go into...
It's safety shit, because as cars get better, they get safer, and then the safety standards get stricter, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, oh, well, now every car has to have side airbags. Like, that's just... You can't... None of those cars did. It was just like front airbag, maybe. You know, like... And even before that, they had no airbags. But as safety got harder, technology advances, cars get more expensive. But I'm just saying, like, all cars are junk. Nothing's fucking built to last. There's always a defect or a fucking problem with everything from the factory. And people are like, well, they can only test them so much. You have to wait till they're on the road. It's like, I get that. Test them more. How about you just take the same blueprint you were using for the Civic in 92 and just make it better? And I get that's probably what they're doing. But like, I don't know, man. I just think that there just needs to be less of that electronic bullshit in there. I don't need a fucking flat screen in my center console, a media player. I can deal with knobs and buttons. All right?
Yeah, it's really stupid. I just don't understand it and why you just can't
pisses
get
me
old
off.
Shit, you know? Like, I mean, those people are slaving away making those cars and shit, not getting paid shit. And it's
now half the time it's robots doing a lot of it.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. That is very, very true.
Major parts of it.
Cars seem like just a scam thing that we all have to kind of obey or we're fucked.
Well, it's a depreciating asset, as my buddy Ricky would say, and he's totally right. Like, it's always a depreciating asset.
Yeah.
You know, like, as soon as you drive it off the lot, if it's brand new, probably like worth $4,000 less already, or whatever it is, depending, you know, how different cars hold certain value, whatever, over a long time, because people know they're reliable. But you're always taking a hit on a car. It's always a hit. And that's why I've been really trying lately to get in the mindset of toys. I've never really been a fan of loans for things that are considered toys. I consider a car at this point, a lot of people consider it utility. I think it's a fucking toy. I mean, some cars can be more toys than others. Like, it's a summer convertible you use, right? But like, you know, cars do have utility, getting you from point A to point B, and maybe they have a truck bed on it so you can carry shit, whatever, or a hatch. But it's just like, I'm trying to get in the mindset of like, never take out a loan on a fucking toy unless it's something you know you're gonna keep for a long ass time, which is why I don't have a brand new car and why I deal with fixing old ones. But you can look at it either way. Either way, it really just depends on, like, you know, what you get. Yeah. Like, if it was it well taken care of? Did you get that shit one from the factory they fucking forgot to do this on, or this was fucked up or defected?
Anything could be broken. You can get a payment. Like my coworker, won't even name his name, but if he sees this, he'll know who you are. You know who you are. He has a loan on his car, and then he finds out that his engine is essentially doing almost exactly what mine is doing with the misfire. And they're like, well, we can cap it, and we kind of have to go in there and open it up. He's still got like, I don't know, he's got like $6,000 left on his payment or something, and he's gonna have to go get $2,000 to fix the fucking engine. On top of that,
to tear it down to even
they have to
tear it apart and see what's wrong with it.
You have to. No, that's why mine's not worth that money. So I obviously didn't do that with mine.
Just gonna drive it till it dies.
Yeah, drive till it dies. Well, we're also nearing a point of some stricter vehicular laws in terms of like, once we get into that stage of, you know how you said like, oh, safety standards, we're gonna get into a stage where it's, yeah, we're going to have control, full access to your car when we want it, and you can't do anything about it because you can't
more
drive
electric stuff comes out. There's software updates.
They want to have kill switches, which they already do on a lot of cars, where if the government says you're not going here, they'll just kill your car, and you can't do shit about it. Yeah, it's a very real thing that happens. Yeah, this is what they're trying to do. And don't fuck with my full radical autonomy. Like, I want to move wherever I want to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't tell me I can't go to Alaska right now in 12 hours.
Yeah.
But here's what's going to happen in the future is speed limits are going to be set, and they're going to be set in a way that you can't change it on your car, and you're just going to go that speed.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to that.
It will get
but
to
it's
that.
also like there's got to be some freedom of action. What if you need to speed up to avoid an accident? Swerve. Like, you need to speed up and swerve. I don't know. There could be all types of shit that goes into it. That's bad. I hope that doesn't happen.
We won't see it in our lifetime.
We will see emissions.
No, we will see emission laws.
Because it's already happening. Obviously, California, you know, you fucking touch your exhaust with anything. You fucking put a little dot of paint on it, and they're like, all right, you need to bring it to you can't drive this anymore. You're getting a ticket. You need to bring it to the shop. You need to put a whole new exhaust on. You know, and
that's just a dumpster.
And then it's just like they don't do it much about catalytic converter thefts because, you know, they have precious metals in them. So people go underneath your car and they cut your cat out. Then you go start your car and it sounds like a fucking rotary engine. It's fucking basically straight. It's got no pipe. It's disconnected. And then people, you know, some catalytic converters can be up to thousands of dollars to get replaced.
Yep.
Usually really between the $500,000 range. But if you're talking like a Prius, which are the ones that are stolen a lot, it's because they have all those precious metals in there.
Yep.
And so people steal them and sell them. And it's just like, and I know you can do things to prevent it. Like some people, like you can go to some shops and they'll actually spray paint your cat for you and like put a number or something on it. So like they know it's your car. It's like they'll put the VIN on it or something. Like, I don't know. But like, there's always that option. But still, they don't do much about catalytic converter thefts. And then like these emission things go up, and you're just like, fuck, anything happens to your exhaust. It rusts out up here because that's like the first thing to rust out on cars up here in the Midwest is usually the exhaust in your rocker panels and like your wheel wells, obviously, because that's where rust gets flipped up and kind of or salt gets stuck up there and sits. It also sits on the bottom of your car, and what's at the way bottom? The fucking exhaust. So you get a pinhole leak, like a crack, whatever. But no, like Minnesota has been trying to pass things for a while on emissions on cars, which don't get me wrong, I'm for that stuff, but they need to do stuff about the other things or make it more affordable to get shit fixed if it's stolen or damaged. Like, it's just, you know,
it's just
we're just talking like broke boys.
It's a clusterfuck. Yeah. I mean, well, we're talking like the real people of the world, you know. I think it's easier to relate to this podcast.
People. I mean, we work 9 to 5s.
Yeah, right. Like it's hard for me to relate to. I mean, just for an instance, I'm not even shitting on anyone in particular, but just the PKA podcast. Just like, oh, I have to renovate my bathroom. Oh, that's such a pain in my ass. Like, yeah, everyone has problems, but like,
and you know, it's different problems. As you get richer, you run into your own problems. Like, don't get me wrong, Joe Rogan, you know, he talks about, oh yeah, it's nice not have to worry about money, but there's so many other problems you then worry about. There's other things. But yeah, not having to worry about money. Pretty goddamn nice.
Oh, dude, it'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, PKA, it's hard. The only one you can really relate with on there is Taylor, because I think he still does kind of work a marketing career. Maybe he doesn't anymore.
He does. I think he does, yeah.
And that's good for him. Like, it's cool that someone's still working a 9 to 5 doing that show. You know, Kyle, he's set for life, basically, should he play his cards right with his FPS Russia channel. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of went off on a spin there.
No, you're good. I gotta get some energy drinks in me before we go to that show. I'm fucking tired as hell. We stayed up so late. We got thank goodness it's Friday.
We DoorDash TGI Fridays at 1 a.m.
Just like discussing animals, and it was gross. I will never ever eat there again in my life. Actually, now I know it's gross. It might have been good in 2011. Was that a thing? I remember seeing it in shows and being like, man, I'd like to go to one of those. But now I know.
Yeah.
Not to move. 100% not to move. But, you know, Paul, I was thinking about something that I always thought would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Careful with the paper there, the noise.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So just imagine this, Paul. All right, so a millionaire is fucking angry, man. Somebody's doing something to some. He decides to buy a trebuchet, a big trebuchet. I mean, like 500, 600 foot trebuchet.
So the millionaire is pissed off at the world. Yeah. He's got too much money. He builds a trebuchet.
In his yard. He's armed. In
his yard.
Oh, in his yard, absolutely, yeah, his yard. I was actually thinking he built it underground, because then it comes up on a platform.
Like he digs a hole, puts it in there,
and
you're talking like some type of bat cave shit.
Yeah,
where like
up.
It's so millionaire-esque trebuchet. What'd be funny is the thing that raises the trebuchet up to ground level is more high tech than the trebuchets made out of like metal and brass from like the olden times.
Yeah,
it's like an actual.
It's how I was thinking. Well, he has a shit ton of 1-ton bricks. And he's angry, and he's just going to raise that out of the ground in the middle of the woods that no one knows about on his property, and he's just going to launch that as far as he can, and he's gonna destroy a goddamn hospital because he don't give zero fucks. And then he's gonna put the trebuchet back in the ground,
And the grass goes right over it. He's got
and then
grass hatch panels.
he's gonna wait on it in a month, see if what goes by. Nothing happens. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna go to the next state and do it again. 1 month.
Like,
Trebuchet.
the local police wouldn't know what to do. It would have to get investigated by like a higher agency to like get an engineer that's like, where did this come from? The velocity
yeah,
it
think
hit
about
at and the damage it did.
What?
It'd be like
Imagine
a
if
fire investigator.
You can
but
shoot those
a trebuchet-
probably like what, 50 miles or something.
I mean,
right?
you got, that
Farther.
millionaire better make sure he has tall ass hedges, a big fence,
Yeah.
and no neighbors. Because if he, how loud are those? Like when they swing, don't they make some noise when they get that momentum and they finally throw it? Like it was.
I don't know.
Like, could you
I haven't
imagine the
been
neighbor
there.
like, what the fuck?
Fuck
And then
is
like,
that? No,
yeah,
this guy's way out in the woods. He's got a mountain. He's living on top of a mountain. He's doing whatever he wants. He's got the height already. But just imagine that. That is how I would terrorize communities. It's just a traveling trebuchet. You would never know. I'd break it down, tear it up. I'd break it down in Alaska, roll it back up in Minnesota, tear it back down. I'll just go state to state. They'll never find.
and you're a
traveling
millionaire
trebuchet
and
guy.
you don't have to work, so you have all the time to do that.
Yeah, and you just get on your fucking plane.
I just think,
Trebuchet.
yeah, it would be interesting to know how long he could go with whipping one some random
Oh.
direction. And don't get me wrong, every time it maybe doesn't land in the spot, he
It's so-
isn't an he isn't like maybe the smartest guy. Maybe it lands and just hits someone's yard. No one thinks anything of it. Oh, weird. A fucking concrete brick is just implanted in my yard.
I mean, yeah.
But
God
then
forbid.
the one day it hits a fucking shed, and then
Kill
like,
somebody.
yeah, or wait, that'd be bad. But no, then if you fucking kill somebody with that thing, then there's some high investigation
I
going on.
promise you could get away with it for years if you took
Just
months
did it
and years off.
slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
And then just like, oh, you know what? It's been about a year and a half. I'm gonna take the
Mm-hmm.
trebuchet comes up on the platform and he launches it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's been enough time now.
Because over
get away.
time they're gonna find they're gonna start mapping out
Yeah,
all the
where's it
spots
coming,
where the concrete bricks, whatever the fuck he's tossing, landed.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, he's got to be in this area.
Oh, you could get away for so long. I think that'd be a really good idea for a sketch. I mean, you'd have to destroy some houses and buy a trebuchet, but in the end, I think we win on that one because we get to destroy houses.
Yeah,
and
you
we
know,
have a trebuchet.
James, this might take a sec to find, but I would like you to find how far can a trebuchet throw things. I mean, maybe there's not even an answer to
I
that.
know-
But how far can a trebuchet whip something?
Are you familiar to trebuchet, James? You know what we're talking about? A tray bucket?
Yeah, those old timey things.
Yeah.
Yes, the whippersnappers.
TREBUCHET.
I think they called them whippersnappers, right? Something like that.
No.
What would you call it?
Stone or boulder up to 400 pounds,
Okay, stone or boulder up to 400 pounds.
Okay.
hundreds of yards.
Hundreds of yards.
And this is if we're talking in the 1800 or whatever the fuck they used way back when. We have modern trebuchets.
You
We
make
don't
a
need this
metal
shit.
one?
We need hydraulics. Do they have hydraulics in theirs? They didn't. This guy has hydraulics. This guy has a rocket-powered thruster.
You know what? I think in Ukraine, if they stop utilizing all these fancy, schmancy tanks,
a
motor strikes,
trebuchet.
drones, where's all the medieval action here?
Trebuchet.
Okay, why don't they just get some modern trebuchets up in there?
Yeah. What are you gonna do about that?
I mean, half of the country's already destroyed. You just be picking up pieces of rubble and putting it in there, so you just got unlimited ammo.
You just fucking rain fury down on
And
those
they
people.
can have wheels, and I'm sure you could. There's
Yeah.
like we made a modern trebuchet. Maybe we got to look that up and see if there's a modern trebuchet.
Yeah, someone really.
we have motor. You could
made
literally
it, yeah.
like somebody could like build it into like a Humvee, so like it's
Yeah,
drivable, maybe,
drivable, yeah.
But then like you can like anchor it down when you want to
Yeah,
fire and hit fucking
Yeah,
whips it so it doesn't
something
flip
like
the whole thing.
top of the line military grade, some Black Ops thing where like they need this, like where we need this in South America to stop some rebel groups, and it's like, all right,
So you
cool.
know like the element or like tungsten.
yeah,
you know
tungsten-
how like
yeah, no,
you know how like you
tungsten.
can get like the tiny cube, but it weighs so like it's
Yeah.
so heavy.
How about a tungsten cube?
Like these new ones are whipping tungsten cubes.
that's so much money too. Tungsten is not cheap, man.
No.
I think if
I think
thought
you could, I mean, I don't know anything about tungsten, but maybe it's used in some type of firearm or something, and like it's just probably way cheaper at that point to use it for that.
I thought it'd also be funny to fill
I
up.
know nothing.
You
about
know, one of
tungsten.
those big ass water balloons, like the big, like the couple gallon ones you
Yeah.
can fill up. Fill that up with spaghetti and just launch her at somebody. That would kill somebody, yeah.
I think it would.
The collateral, if they weren't near it, would just get spaghetti.
Could
It'd be
you
spaghetti-
imagine people at your
spaghettification.
funeral and you were murdered by a balloon full of spaghetti that was traveling at like the speed of light?
Spaghettification, man. It's when you explode from spaghetti.
It
Fucking-
hits you so hard you explode.
Yeah, I mean, like it's happened before. I mean,
Pink mess.
spontaneous human combustion is a thing. We've been trying to prove it for years. It's it's not 100% proven, but
Well,
I choose to believe it's a real.
You know
thing.
about the solar flare thing, right?
Yeah, Project Solar Flare. We're trying to burn holes in the atmosphere.
I don't know that, but what I do know is that there's a video I watched on YouTube. Maybe I talked about it on the cast. Literally, space can affect computers in video games.
Yeah,
consoles,
I
everything.
watched that video. That one guy, that dude that does that.
It's
video,
like
yeah.
very, very.
It's
like,
hard to explain.
minute. It's really hard to explain. But
Yeah.
basically, like right now, you can't see them, but there are solar flares like bouncing around.
Oh yeah, if those
They're
go
just
off,
hitting,
we're fucked.
And if they hit a chipboard or a processor or something at the right time. So think about it this way: computers talk in zeros and ones and zeros. That's like the base, 10001 binary. Okay, and if a solar flare hits it, they have found like certain chipsets that are unshielded and stuff from that can flip a 0 from a 1 or a 1 to a 0, I believe.
Mhm.
Probably totally wrong on this, but this is what I remember.
I think it's something like that.
And so they had found like in that video, like, Super Mario 64, like the classic one where you got like the mansion, you jump through the
Mhm.
paintings.
Yeah.
Okay, that game. There was a guy that speed ran it or was speed running it, and he supposedly was a solar flare, not a game, because they tried to redo the bug over and over and over. But like it must have hit his console or his Nintendo at
Yeah.
some point, and it caused him to glitch up through a platform of the map, which made him complete the game faster and you're getting
Yeah,
that
he's
level
got the
faster
world
than anybody
record, yeah.
else or something like that. Maybe like one of the highest records. I don't know if that, but nobody else could replicate that unless I think they went into the game files and then that one that got flipped to 0, that flipped to the one of the player's placement, it shifted them up. Now I know it sounds crazy, hard to understand, weird, but it doesn't just go to video games. It can go to anything. Like it can cause your computer to shut off, cause your computer to bug out. I mean, very rare does it happen now because I think there's a lot of shielding and stuff on
Well-
processors and modern boards where
well,
that just doesn't happen.
If we get even if one big one goes off, it doesn't matter. Those will be destroyed. And remind you, it's been said that if those go off, remember
Like a
all
big solar
yeah
flare?
all those generators we get from China and across seas, and they take about 5 to 10 years to make. So just think about all your power. It's gone and
Yeah.
it's ruined. It's not like I can repair it. It's fried and
Yeah.
it's instant. It's just overnight. Power's gone. But just picture this: power's gone, and you don't have any backup generators because they're all ruined.
Yeah.
Not one is safe. And all of them are over in China, and China's not giving you any, and they have to take 5 years to make it.
Yeah.
We'd go down into the Stone Ages in one day.
Yeah,
and wouldn't realize
I
it.
really hope I'm not wrong. I think they're solar flares.
They are solar flares.
They look, you can't see
You
them.
can't
with
see
your
them.
eye,
Can
obviously.
I talk about Project Solar Flare? You don't know that?
No.
Well, also Project Red Star, I think.
this an
or
American
Sun-
project?
Sunstar.
Or is this
Oh, it's
something-
American project. This is America. It's part of the Trinity Project tests, where they were trying to burn a hole in the atmosphere with nuclear bombs, and it's called Operation Solar Flare. So these mad scientists were shooting. I think they shot upwards about fucking 15 nuclear bombs towards the atmosphere. The ozone layer. They're trying to burn a hole in the ozone layer and see if they could do it. And as far as I know, they were not successful, but they just kept doing it over and over again. It's Operation Solar Flare, and then there's another one called like Sunstar or something. It's something fucking stupid, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, no, it's basically just mad scientists launching off nuclear bombs to see, let's see if we burn a hole in the ozone layer and cause people to fucking die,
Yeah, holy
And,
shit.
they were
When
not
did they do
successful.
this?
In the 40s and 50s, once we had nuclear bombs, stuff like
Was
that.
that when we had them? I don't
Yeah.
remember. I
Yeah,
don't know the
we
fucking
dropped them
dates at
around
all.
that time. Yeah, the Trinity test I think we did in 45 or something like that. So we had them rather early. And again, also that's coincidentally the time when aliens start popping up.
Yeah.
It's the reason why they popped up is because nuclear weapons can kill them, and that's why they're like, whoa, these monkeys, these apes, they ain't doing what you doing over there, what you got there.
Yeah.
And they ain't having the nuclear bombs because they know that can fucking kill them even.
Yeah.
So.
I know we're coming up on an hour here almost
we?
for
Oh,
the
shit.
show. Yeah, it's going quick. But I do want to kind of end it like not on a sad note, but also just a positive message. You
Okay.
know, and because this has been on our topic list for a while, but
Mhm.
these mass shootings, bro,
Oh, damn.
like sad, right? And like I know we're gonna get probably people that are like, oh, gun control this, I don't even know if that's the answer. I know, but what I will say is like, can we just please stop killing people? Like if you're thinking about doing that, please go talk to somebody. Like it's just not fucking cool. I personally haven't been affected by it, but I know people that have, and it's just horrible to see people, losing their loved ones and go through that shit, knowing they couldn't do anything because some fucking dickhead decided like, oh, I'm fucking sad, fuck the world, I'm gonna go buy this AR, or not specifying the AR, I'm gonna go buy this 9mm pistol, I'm gonna go buy this 1911 that's fucking 45, whatever, any gun, and just fucking murder people for no reason without them having a chance to defend themselves is fucking sad. And those people, like, I think they obviously should be killed. Like, I just don't think if they catch a mass shooter, just fucking dump them, dude. Don't waste
Well,
their
I think
tax
they
dollars.
mostly
But
do that now.
they kill them, or they end up killing themselves, or they give up in a fashion where the cops don't really have an opportunity to open fire on an unarmed person if they were to throw their weapon or whatever it may be. If you ask me, just fucking dump them no matter what. Save our money, tax dollars, putting them through the ringer. But I will say this. I think so. I can't remember. It was that recent one, the school shooting. I think it was a trans person. Remember that one? The girl or the guy? I don't remember.
School.
Yeah, the Catholic school.
St. Catherine's.
And then remember they put the footage of that person getting shot and killed, the shooter, on YouTube, right? I think there should be more of that. Deter these people. People are talking about, oh, why is YouTube keeping this up? Like, this is obviously like bad. And it's like, well, they keep other cop shootings up. Like, why? Well, I think it's important for the public to know that if you're going to go do some fucking crazy act like this, I hope you have a slim chance of getting out of it alive. And that's the problem, is a lot of these people are suicidal. They want to die, but they don't want to die from somebody else.
No.
They want to die from their own hand.
Well, here's the thing is, like, I believe all police body cams should be public record, obviously. And there's also a lot of videos that monetize those, and that should be illegal right off the bat.
You shouldn't be able to monetize.
You shouldn't be able to monetize police cams.
I don't think police activity, which is one of the larger
they're not monetized.
They're not monetized.
No.
Because it's seen as educational, which is why I keep it up, and it is kind of educational. Here's the education. Don't fucking be a nut job and go decide to kill people. And if you think you are or do have that problem, this is why, like, mental institutions that are state run or federally funded need to exist again.
Yeah, well,
and that's the problem.
As a
lot don't anymore.
As a citizen, and even more so if the victims of the parents of the victims, they have a right to see that anytime they want to, and I really think it should just be public access. And it's not going to encourage copycats. I don't know if the statistics that back that up.
People think
that it was going to do that.
Did it, I could do it.
It's possible, but it's just not going to work. People are like, oh, I'm going to plan out the police tax. It's like, nah, I don't know, man. I just think I don't know how to solve it, fix it, but...
there is no solve, and we've talked about it before, but I just wanted to say, like, please, if you are having thoughts like that, and I know you're not even in the right mind, you ain't going to listen to me if you haven't listened to anybody else yet, but if you're having a hard time at home or something, please talk to somebody, even if it's like your fucking school guidance counselor. Ask them, help me? Because, like, I know deep down you don't want to do that. You really don't. When you'll see the aftermath of it, if you are to live, you do not want to fucking go through that, man. And that's the thing, is a lot of these people are so mentally far gone at that point.
I can't even wrap my head around that. Like, I'm like disassociating. The idea of killing somebody is so far out of my league, and it's funny because I just think always back to violent video games. Like, I've been playing violent video games since I was 6. And I don't want to hurt anybody, man. Kill somebody? Shoot? Nah, man. That ain't it.
And then, like, here we are, like, we box. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you're in the combat sports. Maybe you do want to kill people. Like, there's still some stigma on that. Even, like, with MMA just now getting big, it was such a, like... A lot of states would not sanction MMA fights, and some still won't.
They won't. Only 2 sanction bare knuckle fights, I believe. It's Maine and one more.
Yeah.
That's where all the bare knuckle fights are.
And you got to look at it this way. It's a fucking sport. I mean, we ain't in the Coliseum, killing thousands of animals a day for just fun.
We would just put a tiger in with, like, 10 men and be like, all right, you fight it, and they would not win, trust me. Or the one time they tied a fucking tiger or a lion and a bear together.
Was this
by the leg?
The Coliseum?
Yeah, they did a lot of fucked up shit.
Tied them together by the leg. Jesus.
Yeah, and just made them maul each other, and then they flooded it completely, and then did boat battles in there.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, that's the cool part about the Coliseum is, like, they flooded that motherfucker and had actual ships shooting cannons. What happens when the guy cocks the cannon a little too high and it hits someone in the fucking crowd?
Well, no, it was fucked up because, in a span of 30 days, they killed 1,500 animals. Imagine the smell and how much blood was in that.
And the disease.
But towards the end, there's also weapons they created specifically to kill animals. Like, they created an arrow that was U-shaped at the end, specifically to lob off heads of ostriches.
Jesus.
So, like, it would just be imagine a U-shaped.
And you have to hit. Well, ostrich has kind of a thick neck. But you have to hit that.
They would hit it. Trust me, they would hit it.
Yeah.
Then towards the end of it, people woke up and realized this is fucked because one time they were
so fucked.
They were essentially torturing an elephant to death, and everyone in the stands was crying, and the elephant was crying to help them. And that was, like, towards the end of where, like, they're like, this is fucked up.
I am personally for person-on-person combat. I am not for fucking killing animals or making them fight to their death. That's not cool with me. But I still think, like, combat sports between a human and a human that agree to do it, under sanctioned rules and a safe environment with medics on the standby, referee,
yeah,
a third person in the cage. I think that's cool, and I encourage it. Remember, guns down, gloves up, as Street Beefs would say. We're not here to fucking kill each other. We're here to settle beef. You got a problem? Glove up.
Yeah.
You're not there to kill them in a safe environment. Yeah, getting knocked out isn't good for you, but it isn't dying. And very, very rarely, I mean, they do happen. Deaths in the ring do happen. But when you look at the UFC, I don't think they've ever had a death in the ring or really outside of it right after. If someone got knocked out bad, it doesn't happen.
It's too controlled. No one wants to kill anybody else at the end of the day.
And we don't want that.
No.
But anyways,
I think we say it, right? What time is it? I can't see the clock over there.
It's almost an hour. We only wanted to do an hour for this for the in-person because we do have some other stuff we want to do. We have the concert to go to. Yeah, I mean, Jackson, anything else before we sign off on Gutterball 50? Holy shit, almost a year now.
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's been a long-ass ride, and it's been a fun time, and we're just going to keep grinding at it. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, whether Paul, which I know he's in it, I'm not saying or not, whether Paul's in it or not, I'm going to be doing this for the next 10 years. I started this when I was 20 years old. And God is my witness. This video, it will still be going when I'm 30. I don't know what happens at that point, but it will still be going. I promise you that. I don't care if I'll Theo Vaughn this bitch, dude.
Okay.
I had the personality. I could do it. If I had to coke with Theo Vaughn, I think I could do it.
Okay.
He has all access to good coke.
Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy. It's almost a year. Sorry it took so long for the first in-person cast. It's probably going to be a while till we have another one, but we just wanted to get one out there even with our makeshift studio setup, which is Paul's crummy apartment living room on the casting couch. But, please comment below if you want to see more of these. Maybe we'll make more of an effort to get together. I know we live a couple hours away from each other now, but, if it's something that, pops off a little more, then we'll totally do it a lot more in person until, we are going to have a studio eventually. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, we'll get there. And remember, not all good podcasts need to have a in-person studio, because a lot of ones that don't. And sometimes it's just how it has to be. But in person is a little better. But thanks, everyone, again, for tuning in. This is the first in-person. Gutterball 50 is written in the books now. So we'll just go on here, right? Fucking another 50 more. I can't wait to see where we are, because we're going to look back. We'll look back at 50. And hopefully, if we can, we'll do more in person sooner, but every maybe 25 episodes. You should try to get in person.
And dedicating this cast to my buddy Ryan. He passed away in September a couple years ago. But I do, James, let me know when he's fully in the shot here. Do you see him? Yep. So yeah, I just want to make sure that he's fully in the shot towards the end there. But thank you everybody so much for listening, and like, subscribe, comment if you want to see more of this. We do have a special coming up for you. I don't know. It's probably going to be right after this. We're going to cut right to it here. If not that, it's also going to be uploaded separately to the Gutterball channel here. So just stay tuned, everybody, for new content.
Yeah. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Gutterball 50. Go ahead and cut her, James.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Paul and Jackson here from the Gutterball Podcast. And as we, promised, little something special for the 50th. We're going to be hitting some pads. We don't know what we're doing. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just holding them. I'm learning. This is my first time holding pads. But we're just going to do some, just some basic boxing drills. 1-2s, 1-2s. Maybe get some hooks and uppercuts if we're feeling sassy. But it's currently 1 a.m. Friday. It's 75 degrees out. We're feeling real good. Just went to a Black Dahlia murder concert. It was sick. Let's get to it. Jack, you ready?
When you woke up today, ask yourself, am I a fucking loser? The answer is yes. Who do you want to be? The big man. That's who you want to be.
The big man. A strong man. I can protect you.
I can protect you. They can't protect you. I'm an American. I'm a goddamn war hero. I think I've seen my days.
All right, 1-1. Hold on. 1-2-1.
They started training back in the old days, back when we were smoking on planes, back when America was right. Now change it. Ooh, large minorities coming in. Ooh, there's a different person in here. Oh, my Christ, man. Oh, how is it you? Oh, what is your sexual orientation, boy? What's your sexual orientation? You tell me.
1-1-2.
I don't like the looks of you.
1-1-2. 1-1-2.
There's some change. I got you.
1-1-2. 1-1-2.
I'm an American hero.
1-1-2. 2.
Okay.
1, 1, 2. All right, I got it. 1, 1, 2. There you go. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Jab low, jab high.
Oh, okay, I got
Jab low, you just dip a little bit. Jab high. Jab low. Jab high. Jab low. Jab high. 2, 2. 1, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Good work.
Getting warmed up. All right.
2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1. Feeling good? Okay, throwing an upper.
Feel great.
So front upper 5. 5. 6. 5. 6. 5. 6. 5. 6. Nice. Nice work.
I'm a champion. I'm a predator killer. You see me, you turn the other way. I'll kill them all. Kill them all.
All right, front hook 3. 4. 3. 4. 3. 4. Okay.
Oh, I can go quick as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Jesus Christ. All right, just pace it, all right? 3. 3. 3. 4. 4. 4. 4. Oh, yeah. Damn, feel that heat, boy. 5. 6. 3. 5. 3. 5. 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1, 1.
Like hit me.
Did you say hit you?
Yeah, hit me.
1, 1.
Come on. Do it.
1, 1. 1, 1. Oh, okay. All right. Spicy, all right. 3. 4. 3. 4. 3. 4. 3. 4. 3. 4. 4. Okay.
Exhaustion is not real. You are a pussy. I get up, I get my ass up at 4 a.m. and I go lay the concrete at the McDonald's. You know what I think to myself? This world's gone soft. Yeah, I read
I'm the
niche.
bricklayer. All right, I lay the bricks.
I read niche. I read Solzhenitsyn. I've soaked it in. I know. I'm better than all you communists. So the fuck away.
Yeah, you know, this man's got a weapon. I have to take him down. I have to defend my wife.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Oh, those are good, Paul. 1, 2, 4. I like that. Keep that a little tighter. Try it one more time. 1, 2, 4. Let's do 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice. 2, 6. Okay. 2, 6.
Ooh, are you okay?
Yeah, just hit my face.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Just I knew the kickback would hit
Is it
me.
too heavy?
Hopefully my nose doesn't start bleeding.
You all right, dude?
No, I'm good.
I feel bad.
No, it's fine. It's no worries.
I'm sorry.
Very good.
I really didn't mean.
No, we're fine.
Okay, let's do it slow. 2 sets, or whatever you want to do. Just name.
Just do a 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Give me a 6. Give me a 6. 1, 2.
There we go.
Keep doing that. 1, 1, 2. Or 1, 1, Dr. 2.
Oh, I fucked it up. It's all good. Oh, good. Give me 1-6. So
Okay.
here and then there.
Okay. 1-6. 1-6. 1-6. 1-6. 1-6. 1-6. 1-6. 1-2. 1-1-1-2. 1-1-1-2. 1-1-1-2. 1-1-2.
1-2-1-2.
Yeah. 1-2-1-2. 1-1. 1-2-1-2. 1-2-4. 1-2-4. 1-1-2. 1-2-4. 1-1-2. So we 2. Straight 2. Give me a couple 2s, 3 2s. Throw them all you got. I'm gonna do a couple highs and I'm gonna bring it low and get low with that. Throw
Okay.
that body, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple highs. I'll tell you when I'm gonna go low.
Okay.
So let's just do highs.
High hook.
Yeah, high hook. So I'll tell you when I do low. Low. High. Low. High. Body. Up. Body. Hammer that body. You gotta fuck up the body. Get his kidney. Top.
Give me a 1-4. Okay. And that's it.
I'm gonna do again. 1-4 low to the body.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck. I'm not in shape. Getting better every day. Still not great at it. This is Gutterball. Jackson signing off.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. This will be chopped up. It's gonna be like a shitty MTV music video. Stay tuned for that. All sorts of special effects, VHS, all types of that. We now are on VHS, so get that soon to be the Betamax. Thanks for watching. Again, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and we'll see you next time.